Hey Raider Nation, what's good? It's your boy, just a die-hard Las Vegas Raiders fan like you, coming at you with the hottest news straight from the silver and black. Today, we're diving into a bombshell rumor that's got the NFL world buzzing. Could the Raiders shock us all at the 2025 NFL Draft with their number 6 pick? Picture this. The draft clock's ticking, tensions building, and all eyes are on Las Vegas. What's our next move? Here's the teaser that's going to hook you. Whispers are flying that instead of bolstering our defense or snagging a quarterback, the Raiders might go all in on a game-changing offensive playmaker. And not just any playmaker. Boise State superstar running back, Ashton Jeanty, is a name on everyone's lips. GM John Spytek's recent moves have fans like us scratching our heads, wondering if something massive is brewing behind closed doors. Stick with me, fam, because this could be a franchise-defining moment for the Las Vegas Raiders. We're breaking it all down, why this pick could happen, what it means for our squad, and whether it's genius or a total misfire. Let's get into it. What do you think the Raiders should do with that 6th pick? Drop your takes in the comments as we roll through this wild ride. The 2025 NFL Draft is creeping closer, Raider Nation, and mock drafts are lighting up with one bold prediction. Ashton Jeanty to the Raiders at number 6. Now, I know what you're thinking. Running backs in the top 10? That's rare as a desert rainstorm. But hear me out. Jeanty isn't just any running back. He's a once-in-a-generation talent who could flip the script for our offense. Last season, our rushing game was, let's be real, dead last in the NFL at a measly 79.8 yards per game. That's not the Raider way. Jeanty, though? This dude racked up over 2,600 rushing yards and 29 touchdowns at Boise State in his final year alone. Imagine him tearing through the fences in that iconic silver and black. Could he be the spark we've been missing since Josh Jacobs left? But here's where the suspense kicks in. Head coach Pete Carroll and GM John Spytek aren't known for splashing high picks on running backs. So why the hype? Is this a smokescreen, or are they ready to break tradition? Let's dig deeper. Keep those comments coming. Fam, what you got telling you about this draft twist? Let's set the scene, Raider Nation. It's March 26, 2025, and Boise State's Pro Day is buzzing with NFL scouts. Every team's got eyes on Ashton Jeanty, but one guy stands out in the crowd, our very own GM, John Spytek. He's the only general manager there, chatting up Jeanty and the Boise State staff like he's already picturing that number 2 jersey in Las Vegas. Spytek couldn't hide his excitement, and who could blame him? Jeanty's a beast. 4,769 career rushing yards, 50 touchdowns, and he got hands too, with 862 receiving yards in college. The dude's a dual-threat nightmare. Spytek even met with the Raiders' running backs coach there, signaling some serious interest. Could this be the moment the Raiders brass decided to go all in? But here's the cliffhanger. Jeanty's not spilling all the tea just yet. When asked about joining the Raiders, he kept it cool, saying, "Great organization, they have some pieces. I know they could use a running back." Is he dropping hints or just playing a draft game? What do you think, fam? Does Spytek's Pro Day trip mean Jeanty's already got a locker in Vegas? Now, let's talk history, Raider Nation, because this ain't your typical Raiders draft move. Back in the day, we've seen legends like Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen dominate as running backs. But using a top 6 pick on one? That's a bold call in today's NFL, where the position's been devalued. So why Jeanty? Why now? The answer might lie in Pete Carroll's playbook. This man's built winners with a smash-mouth run game. Think Marshawn Lynch in Seattle. Pair that with Spytek's Tampa Bay roots, where they lean on a strong backfield, and suddenly, Jeanty at 6 doesn't sound so crazy. Could he be our modern-day beast mode, tearing up the AFC West? But hold up, here's the twist. Some insiders argue we got bigger holes to fill. Offensive line, secondary, quarterback depth. With Geno Smith locked in, maybe we don't need a QB. But can we afford to skip the trenches for a running back? Tell me in the comments, what's the Raiders' real priority with this pick? Flashback to last season, Raider Nation. Our running back room was a revolving door. Alexander Madison led with just 420 yards before bolting to Miami, and Amir Abdullah's gone too. We signed Raheem Mostert in free agency, sure, but at 33, he's not the long-term answer. Enter Ashton Jeanty, a kid who could carry the load for years. Jeanty's not just a runner, he's a weapon. In 2023, he snagged 43 catches for 569 yards and 5 scores. Imagine him catching passes from Geno Smith out of the backfield. That versatility could turn our offense from predictable to explosive overnight. But here's the catch. Will our shaky O-line hold up for him? The suspense is killing me, fam. Are the Raiders ready to bet big on a running back this early? Spytek's Pro Day visit says yes, but draft day is full of surprises. What's your prediction? Does Jeanty land in Vegas, or do we pivot? Hit those comments and let's debate it out. Let's paint a picture, Raider Nation. It's April 24th, 2025, draft night in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Raiders are on the clock at number 6, and the stadium's electric. Fans like us are glued to the screen, hearts pounding. Will it be Jeanty, or does Spytek pull a fast one? The rumor mill's churning, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Mock draft are split. Some see Jeanty as a lock. Others say we'll grab Arizona's wide-out Tetairoa McMillan instead. But here's the stat that sticks. Jeanty forced more missed tackles per attempt, 0.40, than any college back the last 2 years. That's the kind of elusiveness that could make Allegiant Stadium erupt week after week. So here's the big question, fam. If the Raiders call Jeanty's name, is a home run or a head-scratcher? A top 10 running back could redefine our identity, but a whiff could set us back. What's your vibe? Hit me with your draft night predictions below. All right, Raider Nation, let's zoom in on Jeanty himself. He's not just stats on a page. He's a human highlight reel. Picture this. Boise State's opener last year, 20 carries, 267 yards, 6 touchdowns. 6. That's video game stuff. This kid's got power, speed, and a nose to the end zone that screams Raiders DNA. When he spoke after his pro day, Jeanty kept it real. Most importantly, you want to go to the right fit, the right organization. Then he name-dropped us. They have that good number 6 pick, so we'll see what happens. Is that a wink to Raider Nation or just polite chatter? You tell me, fam, what's he really thinking? The tension's building. What if he's a piece that turns our 7-10 season into a playoff run? With Brock Bowers already balling out, adding Jeanty could make our offense unstoppable. Are you feeling the hype yet? Let's hear in the comments. Now let's flip the script. Raider Nation, what's the other side of this coin? Some fans are screaming, no RB at 6. Why? Premium picks usually go to premium positions, quarterbacks, edges, tackles. Our defense could use a stud like Michigan's Mason Graham, and our O-line's still a work in progress. Is Jeanty worth the gamble? Here's the rub. Running backs have short shelf lives in the NFL. Even a freak like Jeanty might only give us 5 elite years. Meanwhile, a lineman or corner could anchor us for a decade. Plus, this draft's deep at RB. Could we snag a gem later and address bigger needs now? It's a chess match, fam, and Spytek's the grandmaster. So where do you stand? Are we one running back away from glory, or do we need to build a foundation first? The clock's ticking to draft day. Drop your hot takes below and let's keep this convo rolling. Let's talk fit, Raider Nation. How does Jeanty mesh with our squad? Geno Smith's our QB now, and he's got wheels, but he needs weapons. Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers are solid, but our ground game's been a ghost town. Jeanty could be the thunder to Mostert's lightning, a duo that keeps defenses guessing. Picture this. 4th and goal, Allegiant Stadium roaring, Jeanty barrels through for the score. That's the vision Pete Carroll might see. A return to Raiders' toughness, grinding out wins the old-school way. But here's the kicker. Without a top-tier line, even Jeanty might get bottled up. Are we set to maximize him? The suspense is real. Can our roster support a star like this? Or are we jumping the gun? What do you think? Fam, does Jeanty fit the Raiders like a glove, or do we need more pieces first? Hit those comments, and let's break it down. All right, Raider Nation, let's get interactive. Time for a little game. Imagine you're John Spytek, 6th pick on the board. Do you sprint to the podium with Jeanty's name, trade down for more picks, or pivot to a trench warrior? Your call could shape the Las Vegas Raiders for years. Pressure's on. Here's some juice to chew on. Jeanty's odds to go 6th are at -125, making us the betting favorites. But whispers say the Chicago Bears or Dallas Cowboys could swoop in if he slips. Every second of draft night's gonna feel like an eternity. What's your move, GM, for a day? Tell me your strategy in the comments, fam. Are you all in on Jeanty or playing it safe? Let's see who's got the sharpest football mind in Raider Nation. Bring it on. Let's rewind. Raider Nation, what's driving this Jeanty hype? It's not just his stats. It's the vibe. At Boise State's Pro Day, all 32 teams showed up, but Spytek's presence screamed intent. He wasn't just scouting. He was vibing with Jeanty, picturing him in that silver and black swagger,